Hello, loves. Good morning. I did the first day, 25-day challenge by Izzy. So we're moving on to the next day. Let's see if I can handle that. We'll see. I got my mat out. And I am going to wear my knee braces because I feel like after this, my knees get a little flared up. So these might help. So yeah, let's get to it. Oh my goodness. That was exhausting. Like I had to stop a couple of times because it hurt so bad. So, but I've noticed the thing with all the Pilates instructors, they're all very, very, very thin. I'm not shaming, okay? Please don't think that. I'm just saying they're all very thin. And then with strength training, like women who lift weights as instructors, they're a little more full. Like the back end is nice and plump. Their arms are nice. They're a little more full. And not in terms of like it's fat or anything, but I don't know how to say it without people getting offended. I'm just saying the Pilates instructors are super, super thin. And then you have the strength trainers who are a little more full, but in like all the right areas. Do you know what I mean? Okay, it is Topper Tuesday. So I am working on little mushrooms right now. Aren't they just so cute? So I know normally I don't really wear gloves, but I told you guys I have this little nick on right here where if I keep washing it, it opens back up again, and it's very, very annoying. So I'm going to wear gloves for a little while, just until it starts to heal. And I put a Band-Aid on, but like as soon as you wash your hands with a Band-Aid, do you know what I mean? It's just so irritating. The Band-Aid starts to fall off. Anywho, so I'm making these for a fairy cake, but the cake isn't due until Monday. So I'm just getting them prepared just so I have, everything prepared. Okay, so I'm working on a little moon that has some craters in it, of course. And what's it called? This is all part of the fairy cake. So when we went to the march, we ended up having a bunch of water bottles because people were passing them out. And you guys know I hate being wasteful. So I'm actually going to go feed my plants with these and then put them in recycling. Hello, loves. Ooh, it's like I just finished praying, so it's like the sun is behind me, and it's like, oh, you know what I mean? Anywho, I'm actually late. It's 3:00, and I think prayer is like at 1:45. But I was trying to figure out my son's Ritz Star bike, and that thing is driving me crazy. It's still not officially fixed, so yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. Anywho, I gotta go get started on dinner. Let's go make dinner together. Okay, loves, it is dinner making time. I have some oil and butter that is now cooking over here. I'm making Spanish rice. So to my Mexican community, if I am doing this wrong, forgive me. Okay. So I'm first going to go ahead and cook this up a little bit. Like I said, I am not a real chef. I just pretend to play one on social media. I'm going to go ahead and cook this a little bit with that. Now, I did already marinate my chicken in some salt, pepper. What else did I put? Cumin or camon, olive oil, a little bit of vinegar, some chili powder, paprika, and this has been sitting here for a while. I was supposed to put it in the fridge. It's still cold, so that's good. Oh, and garlic powder. So that I'm going to cook on the side. Normally, I would probably cook it and let it cook with the rice, but because I'm a pescatarian, I'm going to cook this on the side so I can eat the rice. Also, I like to use this. I know you're supposed to use tomato sauce, but I like to use, fire roasted diced garlic tomatoes. I feel like that gives it an extra bam. And I also use corn and black beans. So this is where I get my protein. So I don't usually measure the amount of water I'm going to put in. I usually just kind of let it simmer over it where I can kind of see the rice, and that usually makes it okay, usually. So what I'm going to do now, oh yes, a cube of Maggi, okay. And I'm going to put this in there as well. Then I'm going to add my corn. Oh. And I'm going to add my beans. And then I'm going to put enough water over it so that you can kind of see the mixture. I am going to add a generous amount of salt. And now to just kind of give it that redness color and a little more, I'm going to add a huge chunk of tomato paste. All right, so now that is starting to boil. Is it on medium? Oh crap. Okay, I lowered it to medium. So while that's cooking, I am making fresh guacamole. And I think I have 3 avocados in here. I diced a very, what is it called? I can't think of words anymore. I can't think of words anymore. I think it's perimenopause that's doing this to me. What is it? A very ripe tomato. There you go. Because, you know, I don't want to throw it away. Some cilantro, salt, half a lime squeezed, and squeezed fresh garlic. And so I wore a glove, and the best way to do this basically is to just smush it all together. So, so like the rice with the Spanish rice with the cooked chicken on top, and like nice and warm, and then this chilled guacamole next to it with a little bit of a dollop of sour cream. It's delicious. Well, other than the chicken, I wouldn't know, but still. Oh, cold, cold, cold. Freezing. Yes, I'm a drama queen, okay? Now to cook the chicken. Okay? And then we're pretty much all set. Woohoo! All right. Well, I gotta wait for that to finish. So one thing about this rice is you do have to halfway through kind of scrape the bottom off because it tends to stick to the bottom. But this is all done. And I just took a spoonful to make sure that the rice itself is cooked all the way through. It's super good. I like it. It's gonna taste great with the guacamole. And the chicken, I believe, is almost cooked as well. And it's back to my toppers, which I didn't get a chance to finish earlier today. What you hear in the background is Supernatural. I'm actually watching it again. I only watched it one time, but that's because it's 15. It is 15 seasons long. Anywho, I am making a, what's it called? Oh my God. For baptism, right? Correct? Yes, that's what I'm making. I got my little stencil down, and let's cut this baby out. I'm going to paint it gold. Okay, I'm finally able to finish toppers now. So here's my cute little mushrooms. I think they turned out so cute. Okay. Made a little bit of flowers. I'm going to put some yellow in the middle. The fairy door, I made a moon. Still needs to kind of harden. And what's it called? A number 3 topper. I really like how I cut this out. I feel like it turned out really nice. Smallah. And a cross. That's a gorgeous cross, isn't it? Am I sounding too conceited? But no, it is. It's gorgeous. I just double checked the cross, and I was missing the lines that cross over here. So I just added them in right now. Looks even better. Now it's time for my dinner. No one's home, so I'll just enjoy this by myself. And now we move on to buttercream. Now I already made buttercream a couple of days ago, but the cakes that I have this week I know are going to require some extra buttercream, and I don't really feel like making it and running out. So here is 2 batches of buttercream right here, and we're going to have another 2 batches right here. So you guys saw the difference between the other buttercream and this buttercream. You see how much more like thicker and plumpier it is? That's because the butter wasn't as melted when I put it in there. So, and that's okay, because when I need to use it, I'm going to remelt it again and re-whip it, and it'll be a very smooth, creamy consistency. So here is a before, all wild and bushy. I'm going to straighten it up. And after. Oh, they're so pretty. See this ball? I did the ball. Me. Doesn't look perfect because you can't. Okay, so I am heading out on my walk. I am doing it late today because I went outside. God bless my husband. I took one look at the bush that he caught, and I was like, what is this? What are you attempting to do? God bless the man, but he does not know how to trim a bush. You know, it's a shame. I could be really funny. I really could. But I gotta keep it PG on here. Not just because I got young supporters, but also because my mama and papa would kill me. But I'm actually quite funny in the gutter sense of the word. As for the ball that you guys saw, it's not a perfect sphere because the more you trim, the more of the, like we opened it up, it's like dead inside. So, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow I actually have my neurology test to see what the heck is going on with my tinnitus. I don't know if it's a brain issue, but we want to kind of check off that it's not. You know, there isn't a possible tumor that's just sitting on a blood vessel and is causing me to have this atrocious ringing constantly. We have health insurance, but in the past week, I recently got a bill for my copay that was $70. Then I had to pay for this one that was $55. And then I had to pay for my cortisone shots in my knees, which they didn't even help, so I got a bill for that. That was $400. I'm like, oh wow. It's even worse. How are you supposed to walk through that? Oh my God, it's closed off. Seriously, yo, I forgot to call the city. I should call the city. I'm not walking through that. Every time I walk through that, I have bugs on me when I get home. Now I gotta walk on the street. Isn't that gorgeous? Just gorgeous. There's a better view. Beautiful.